This is Derek, and this is a Law of Attraction update using the Mayan Calendar. A few years ago, we seen the book and the movie come out. Back in the 60s, there was a love movement, peace movement, and a lot of those participants were aware of the Law of Attraction. But that information was just held away for a few years or decades. But we're moving to the period now, as we are in the truth age, where we gotta find out. This is where we find out the truth. And the next cycle, Fibonacci-wise, for the Mayan calendar, is roughly about a year from now, late 2010 into early 2011. This cycle most likely is going to give us some new Law of Attraction information, the next step that we need. So it would be as big as The Secret coming out. And this is the information that's needed for the next cycle, which is conscious co-creation. That starts around April of next year, going until, I think, December the 9th, 2012. That cycle is all about conscious co-creation. So the information that would be acquired from that time would be used in 2012 and 2013 on a conscious level. This is a time frame where we're going to be regaining more and more of our consciousness in so many different forms, or in a universal world, an infinite amount of ways as a whole consciousness is concerned. So this brings the great changes that's coming in 2012. Now that next cycle of April of 2012 is going to bring some sort of new change. I'm just thinking of how the consciousness works. We would be leaving the truth age. So a good idea of what we want at this point of April of 2012, and an understanding for that whole creation part, meaning we are still inexperienced enough, as some would say, or we have a lot to learn, and there would be mistakes along the way. And this is all going to be natural. It's the way we've been evolving the whole time anyway. And as this moves on, this brings us to the 2012 period, and I've talked about how this switches over to a golden age. So all the stuff we created in 2012 that will most likely be bad overall, or negative, meaning out of 10 creations, 7 of them might have been bad, 3 of them being good. I see the polarity on the second half, where if a month before 2012 there was 7 bad creations and 3 good ones, that there will be 7 good ones and 3 bad ones a month after it. And that's what brings us to what seems to be that golden age. But before we get there, we got to figure out what it is we came here to ask. So this would be one of those times where if you want to ask why, what, when, where, with, how does this happen? And if you ask those questions, whether it be conceptually with Google searches or asking people, or even if you just ask the universe, these answers will get back to you. The more positive you are, the more truth you're going to get back. The more negative, the more lies. I think of it this way. If 60% of my thoughts are positive, then I'm going to get 60% truth back and 40% lies back. Something like that. And that's pretty much it. So if you ask these questions now, this is when you get the answers. And no matter what may happen based on the economy falling and the power grids, our thoughts are going to be able to create what we need during this shift. So to think that technology is not going to be accessible to us in 2012, as a European would say, it is rubbish, at least for the ones that need it. And I'm going to leave it at that. Remember, there's more information on the Mayan calendar on my webpage. I'll link some to more info, and it also has some of my older videos on there. Thank you all for watching, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.